Hello everybody, I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day today. It's May, I'm in my garden, I've got the day off of Cottage Gardens. So I'm at home today just working in the garden, fixing what I can fix, doing all kinds of things. And so I decided, because I am so blown away by so many things today in my garden, that that's what today's video is going to be about. And we're going to start with my roses, because oh my goodness, as you can tell, they are just extraordinary right now. May is the time for roses, and my garden is totally fulfilling that role of blowing me away by the roses. Right here, right within my field of view, right this second, I have at least 5 roses, 4 of which are David Austin roses. You know I'm obsessed. So we're going to start with the David Austin roses that are blowing me away right now, second week of May in my garden here in Petaluma, lovely Zone 9B. So because I'm standing right here, this beautiful rose is Graham Thomas. I planted this one maybe 15 or 20 years ago from a cutting that I basically just stuck in the ground, and it took off. And this was in the days when people didn't realize Graham Thomas really wants to be a climber. It was still being sold as a bush rose at that point. And as you can see, it became a climber really, really quickly. What I love about Graham Thomas, these gorgeous butter yellow blooms. The buds are a little bit more apricot. It is tough, it's hardy, climbs, drapes, smacks me in the face with really beautiful roses. So that's my number one pick right now. Couldn't stay away from it. Another one I wanted to show you. Now this one over here is Eustacia vi. That was sold originally as a small shrub. As you can see, it too is turning itself into a climber. Whether it's inspired by the roses around it or not, I have no idea. But it's a relatively new one from David Austin. I love the formation of the petals. The actual petals itself seem a little bit fluffy and ruffled. They're packed into the bloom. It smells amazing, but I do need to do something about it because it was supposed to be a shrub that stayed nice and low. I'm going to get some kind of structure that it can climb up, because obviously Eustacia vi wants to be a climber. So this brings me over here to Gertrude Jekyll, or Jekyll, whatever way you want to call it. Hot pink, absolutely amazing. So, so beautiful in bud, young flower, and mature flower too. I really, really love this one. Something about the pink just makes me really happy. It's a very, very cheerful pink, and it's just so happy on this arbor. And I'm going to digress from roses for half a second, because another thing that's completely blown me away in my garden right now in the middle of May are my Loganberries that took themselves over here, decided to join in with Gertrude Jekyll and give me berries. It's the best thing. Now, Loganberries are a cross between raspberries and blackberries, I believe, and they are just so hard to get in a regular store. They're great to grow at home, incredibly prolific, incredibly tasty, and they make themselves at home wherever they feel like making themselves at home, and are very delightful here with my Gertrude Jekyll rose. Do you remember, I think it was just early last year, I planted this beautiful Wallerton Old Hall because I needed something pale in the yellow or the cream or the white tones right here, and I've been training it up this post. Now, me training it, I should probably be a little bit more on top of things because there's branches going this way and that way. But my style of gardening is very informal, very wild, and what I really truly love is when things kind of overwhelm me. It makes me feel like a 4-year-old in a magical garden, and this rose is totally fitting the bill. I love how cupped and beautiful and calming this color is. I love how many roses there are on it. It's pretty astonishing. And one of these days I will bring out a ladder and get it going straight up. So there's going to be a tower of roses happening right here. Okay, I am not just going to talk about roses today. There's something else I really want to show you that just makes me so, so happy here in the middle of May in my garden. Follow me over into a shady part of my garden. There's some flowers there that I absolutely love. They hold great memories for me, and I have them in a couple of different colors. I can't decide which one's my favorite, so I want feedback from you guys. Which one do you like better? Let's go. I absolutely love foxgloves. You know, I was raised in Ireland, and there are wildflowers over there, and still a little early for foxgloves to be appearing in Ireland right now. Have it on good authority from my daughter who lives over there. But right here, right now, this particular foxglove is almost the same height as me. Isn't this absolutely amazing? This one is like the wild form, and I have a young one that's self-seeded over here. And this one, the main big stalk is all the way up to about 4 feet, and there's lower branching ones. So there is like foxgloves all over the place down here. Now foxgloves like the shade. They like afternoon shade, which obviously they're getting afternoon shade. I don't honestly think this particular foxglove gets any sun whatsoever. And as you can see, it's super, super happy, which makes me happy. I love the name of them. And yes, they are poisonous, but I wouldn't be even the slightest bit tempted to eat them. But that also means gophers don't eat them, rabbits don't eat them, deer don't eat them. So I get to enjoy their beauty for months in my shady garden. So I promised you another one too. I've got some white foxgloves over there, much shorter, really, really pretty, very elegant. Let's go look at them. And here I have a beautiful little white foxglove, much shorter than the other one. But what I like about this is it's blooming in the first year. I only planted it maybe 6 to 8 weeks ago, and it's already blooming. And I love the elegance of it. I'm hoping that it self-seeds around here because this could use a little more pops of white. But I really love the color of this one. I love the buds. I love the little purple spots in the throat of them. And right now I'm just so happy with my foxgloves. There's another one over there that hasn't started blooming yet, another white one. I'm just really thrilled with this one. What else is making me happy right now in my garden? The alstroemeria, my Peruvian lilies. They're all blooming like crazy. Now over here, it's kind of the wild part of my garden. There's nothing, I mean, most of my garden's pretty wild. This is the wildest, wildest part of the garden. And the alstroemeria, pretty much allowed to do whatever they want. And what they want to do is spread like crazy and give me tons and tons of blooms. They are so easy to grow and they're so spectacular. I have 3 different kinds of alstroemeria growing in my garden because I love to make bouquets. And I might do one a little bit later today. And every single one of them is just stunning. So the actual bloom stalk itself always carries a cluster of at least 6 blooms up here. Each one looking almost like it's hand painted. I don't even know the name of this particular one, but it's probably one of the originals because this guy or gal is so at home here, spreading beautifully, popping up all over the place. And honestly, you can't get enough of a Peruvian lily, so I'm completely thrilled with it. Let me go find my absolute favorite one though. It's in a whole different part of my garden, and it's my go-to for any really, really intense bouquets I'm gonna make. So we'll go find it in a second. What else do I have to say about these? How easy are they to grow? Incredibly. I don't even think these guys get watered. They get water that flows from the rest of my garden, not flows, ends up down the hill from the rest of my garden. And they get full sun, maybe 4 to 6 hours of sun. Other than that, they really don't take any care whatsoever, which is absolutely amazing to have something like that in my garden because there's so many other bits that do take care. This section here takes care of itself. Over here, I've got another Peruvian lily called Rosea. It's a pink one. It you would think it's exactly the same as the other one unless I put them both together. The other one is more of a tan color. This has definite tones of pink and paler striping on the inside. So it's really great if I'm doing a bouquet with pink roses or white or something like that. But I still haven't got to my favorite, which is over this way. And finally, this one. This is my favorite. I love the dark foliage. I love the circus-like colors of the bloom. This one, I do know its name. It is Indian Summer. It's got very dark foliage, very strong stems, and look at the bloom color. They're like, oh my goodness, it starts with, the palest color is gold. And there is magenta striping, and there is orange, and there's tangerine, and there's deep red. There's so much going on. So when I'm making a bouquet with more intense colors, with Coco Loco, for example, when it's blooming, it's finished blooming right this second, but a real intense rose or orange zinnias or anything like that, this is absolutely amazing. It also works great as the focal point for a bouquet. And again, it is just in a bit of the garden that gets kind of neglected. It does get neglected. It's under an apple tree. It's among all of my flowering tobaccos. It's planted pretty close to a Westland climbing rose. Those colors go amazingly well together. And it's as happy as can be. Minimal, if not zero care. It does get a little bit more water over here than the first one I showed you, but my goodness, Alstroemerias are so easy to grow. Absolutely incredible in the middle month of May. What else is making me happy in my garden right now? These absolutely incredible passion flowers. Now this is purely ornamental. I'm not going to get fruit from them, but look at the beauty of these blooms. And they're so happy, and they're in the shade even, but they are blooming up a storm. And passion flowers in general, they come in a whole lot of different range of colors and a lot of different colors. And some of them have fewer petals than others. And there's something about this really simple lavender lady that is elegant and gorgeous and calming yet delightful at the exact same time. So I really love this one, making me happy. I'm on my way to a different part of the garden, and I just have to stop and mention these violas. This was literally one little cell of a six-pack of viola mini frilled tapestry or something like that, some name like that. And look at this plant. It's really big, really vigorous, full of flowers, and has been so for months at this point. The happiest looking one is definitely getting a little more shade than the others that came in the same six-pack, but I absolutely love this. And I know it's just a viola, it's just a pansy, but my goodness, frilly little petals, bigger like you just cannot believe, and every single one of these blooms is a little bit different. And the other bonus thing about violas and pansies in general is that they're edible. You can decorate cakes with them, you can put them in a salad, you can just snack on them as you're passing by if you're really starving. But look at them, they're just adorable. And finally, I absolutely am so impressed by this particular opuntia. It's a prickly pear called Silver Dollar, and talk about neglectful gardener. This was flung here many years ago, but right now, this time of year, always in May, it faithfully produces the most incredible flowers. Bright yellow, kind of waxy, with a beautiful center that the pollinators love. And there are times that this whole thing would be edged completely in yellow flowers. And it just is, it's so delightful. From such a prickly plant to produce such incredible blooms. Another thing that amazes me in the month of May. And there you have it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed my little tiny mini tour of my garden today and what is making me the happiest. It was kind of hard to narrow down. There's a lot of roses that are really stunning, but I picked my favorites, narrowed it down, and anything else that really caught my eye and that I'm really just stop and stare at every time I walk past, I really had to show you. So I hope you liked it. I hope you go out to your own gardens and have a look. Let me know what's the most amazing thing in your garden right now. When you go for your little walk in the morning or the evening, what do you just stop and stare at? Because that's what I showed you today. What I stop and stare at, and that I am just like, oh my goodness, it's May. My garden is incredible. This plant is amazing. Let me know what you feel like that about in your garden. And then come on in and visit me at Cottage Gardens of Petaluma. I'm there most days when I'm not here at home in my own garden. But if you can't visit in person, you can also find me on Facebook or Instagram. Drop me a comment anytime at all. And people, please go out and enjoy your gardens. Enjoy the month of May. Make your gardens magical and have fun doing it. All right, everybody, till next time, I wish you happy, happy gardening. Bye-bye now.